all heard about, and it is the Momo challenge. Have you heard about
Yeah.
this?
Okay.
The what?
I heard about the Momo challenge.
Oh, that, yeah.
I was going to say, the what? You haven't heard of it? I thought the whole world had heard of this by now. It's been everywhere. So if you're one of those people who, for some reason, have been living under a rock and you haven't been on the internet lately, or even it's been in the metro, it's been on the newspapers, there is this creepy Japanese-looking doll which has been inserted into YouTube videos which kids are watching. So apparently it pops up in the middle of Peppa Pig, in the middle of YouTube gaming videos and things like that. And it says creepy things and tries to scare children and get them to do bad things to themselves or to other people. And it's a bit wild, like, I just don't know where the internet's going. I never would have thought this would be a thing. But there was also a challenge that was a few years ago called the Blue Whale Challenge, which was a similar kind of thing that was encouraging people to commit suicide.
Oh, really?
So it's a very dark side of the internet.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of talk about it this week in terms of what parents should be doing.
Right.
Which we should be doing anyway, which is keeping an eye on what your children are watching on social media, on the internet. But I think one of the things that was concerning was it's even on the kids' YouTube. So even if your child's just watching a cartoon that they would normally watch that you've approved, then it could have been infiltrated, and then before you know it, it could be terrified. I have a daughter and I spoke to her and she hadn't heard of it. I did show her the picture though, maybe I should have asked her, but I showed her the picture. Have you seen this before? She was like, no, what is that? It is quite frightening, and they've been speaking about it at school. I know someone on my Facebook friends list, their child had a talk about it at school, and then they came home from school really scared because they hadn't heard of it, but then the school had told them about it, and then they didn't want to go to bed that night because they just had all these thoughts in their head of Momo. But the NSPCC came out and said that it was a hoax and that it's kind of just like an urban legend, you know, one of those things that everyone talks about, but there's no actual fact behind it.
So nobody's ever seen it.
But then someone sent me a video on my Facebook where it is there, so I don't know if someone's created that since this has happened to kind of get in the middle of the story. That's the thing, the whole thing's confusing and I still don't really know if it's real, if it's not real. But either way, it's scary.
Terrifying.
People.
It is.
I remember.
I don't think would bring kids into the world knowing how to date it anyway.
There's a lot going on, especially with the internet. And I think when we were kids, what was the things that really scared you? I remember Candyman, and you had to go in the mirror and say Candyman 3 times. I wouldn't even do that. I'm Bloody Mary. I was too scared to do that stuff.
I think Candyman.
I was too scared to do that. But yeah, that was the thing I remember from childhood that was like a craze, that was scary, but people still did
There were
it.
Scissorhands and Freddy and that type of things, but you always knew that these things were
A movie.
It's completely different to these days though as well. It's completely different because they got too much access to it. Like anywhere you go, everything's technical. Back in the day, it wasn't none of that. It was drawing. Do you know what I mean? Like we socialised with drawing and talking.
And I think that's what it is. I think because even though we're not parents ourselves, we've got a lot of nephews and nieces and stuff. And I think that because the parents are much busier nowadays, it's kind of like technology's the new, you know,
looking after the kids.
babysitter and stuff. So you just put them in front of the laptop or in front of the
TV or something.
the tablet, which is not bad, but me personally, they should be watching something that's educational. If you're going to be leaving them to watch, do you have an audio book on or something that they can actually learn from? But even in saying that, the Momo thing, I'm an adult and I looked at that and I was just like, nah, that's not for me. That was not for me, that was scary.
But what used to scare you as a kid?
Do you know what? I don't think I even got scared like that because I wasn't allowed to watch TV at all.
Yeah.
My parents were strict.
Really?
Yeah, it was more my brothers.
Yeah.
They would do things to like beat me up, like try things and say I'm crazy. You know the little pretend spider things?
Yeah.
They used to have those and like put that in my bed or something.
Yeah.
Like that. It wasn't never to do with like TV or
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I was really scared of anything. I think that my mum and my dad made sure, like, we used to watch telly, like, even when we used to watch Freddy and stuff like that, they used to make sure that they say, okay, it's in the TV.
Your parents let you watch Freddy?
They do it like that, but when they found out, like, I don't know, I don't think I've ever
I remember
really
I
been scared
wanted
of
to
them.
watch, I think it was Scream, and my dad wouldn't let me watch it, and so then he put like a password on the Sky. But it was just 0000. So I just I guess the password and just watched it anyway.
Was it scary?
It was
In my head that something is like
gonna be terrifying.
yeah, when it actually really is, because Freddy wasn't scary. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think
these,
Freddy was scary.
Yeah,
it was more the song. That song that used to
yeah,
that used to freak me out.
Yeah, that's scarier than the actual.
Him. But I used to have nightmares about earthquakes. Once I watched a documentary about earthquakes and I was so scared. I couldn't sleep for a week, even though we don't really have them in England. I was terrified. I would have these dreams that I'd just fall into the crack where the earth opened up. So yeah, that was me. Mum, I can't sleep because I'm thinking about earthquakes.
You know, there was another thing, the black hole. Did you know about the black hole that was meant to suck everyone up?
No.
Did you know back in the day? Yeah. The black hole that was meant to suck, that's the one that scared me. I watched that and I was like, how?
It's the real things that probably scare you more than the movies and all that kind of stuff. But when I was looking at this Momo thing, well actually Sanchez told me about a comment that he's seen where someone has said that our generation's children are kind of like the guinea pigs for the internet and the digital age, because they're the ones that have been fully immersed in it, because we kind of grew up when it wasn't as big as it is now. There was a few sites, there was MySpace, then you have, what was that download site?
LimeWire,
Napster and all of those things. Yeah, MSN Messenger.
I just remember.
Yeah, the dial-up internet and all of that.
I just remember Blackberry.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
that's where we can't. Yeah, in my mind.
The change kind of happened when Blackberry came in, and everyone was a lot more connected.
Yeah.
So our kids are the ones that will be growing up fully surrounded by the internet, and we don't really know how that's going to affect them growing up and what kind of effects that will have on them long term.
I think it's down to the parents as well. Because like if your parents was to teach you that this is wrong, or kind of get you out of it in the first place, like not give it you.
Honestly, I hear what you're saying, but it is so predominant in their life. It really
even at school, you have internet access at school.
Yeah. My niece is very, like, I would say she's not a perfect child, but she's not one of them girls that are necessarily, out there doing certain things that she's not meant to be doing. But she's still always on her phone.
Same.
Like legit,
but how do you know that she's not
always on her phone. And
how
I'm
do you
saying,
know?
okay, what are you doing?
How do you know she's not doing these things though? So I'm saying
No, because
crazy.
listen, I take that phone when I want to, and I go through everything. Open this, open that, let me see this, let me see that. And I'm the auntie, let me see what's going on in your phone. Because I'm not.
Now, when my daughter's old enough, I will be the same. So I'm saying it now. I'm going to be all up in that.
Yeah.
There'll be no passwords.
Yeah,
no,
you're not locking
no
anything
fingerprint protection.
Nah.
No.
And there's certain sites that she's on, and I don't know she's on them. The other day she popped up on my Instagram, Princess NNN, and I'm thinking, who's this? I went into the picture and it said, I said, when did you get Instagram? Oh, I've had it for ages. I said to her mum, do you know she's got Instagram? Oh, yeah, I check it. I said, okay, that's fine. Yeah. You're not following me on Instagram.
Yeah, you know what kids
like, we see each other at home, we see each other at movies. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to see me on the screen.
I don't think I could do it, man. I think I'll bring up my children when mum and dad brought me up.
But it's hard now.
Yeah,
it's so hard now.
It is.
Got me stern.
Because from when I had my first phone, I think I was in year 7 or 8, and I think that's an acceptable age to have a phone. but then all of the phones now come with that added access to the internet. So unless you're going to buy them like a little burner phone, like that little track phone that no one wants, the phones. Yeah, unless you're going to get them that, then they've got access. So then it's more about educating them and making them aware of the pitfalls of the internet and the things that can happen to you.
Yeah.
Because something, I don't know why this has made this come into my head, but Dominic Soler, the guy from New Year's Eve, with the, every year people talk about him, his memes come out, and it's crazy that you could do one small thing and then for the rest of your life people are ridiculing you on the internet. And so that's something that you'll have to be talking to your kids about as well. Yeah, there's so many things.
Yeah, and then once it's there, you just, where does it go?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you feel like, okay, I put up a picture on Instagram, I'm going to delete it. No, that's not deleting.
Yeah,
It's
someone's already copied that and that's it. It's out there forever.
I think that's the terrifying thing, is that people can actually start influencing and talking to your children and your family members without you even knowing, and start telling them things that you don't agree with, and you just none the wiser. Unless you're connected with your family or your children, you're not going to know. You know, the young girl that's going through something that doesn't speak to anybody could have somebody that's in her ear telling her things. And that's the scary thing for me. That's what I find very terrifying.
Yeah, that is true. And it all, with going back to the Momo thing and kids on YouTube, like it always starts off quite innocent with these unboxing videos. My daughter loves watching other children open things, and I find it so strange. And then it just made me think to myself, that in itself is going to affect them because they're living their life through someone else's experience.
Yeah, like my little niece used to always watch, you know, the Kinder Surprise. And she would watch, like, hours and hours. And I'm saying, what is so fascinating about you watch somebody open a Kinder Surprise, and then now it's every time she goes out, she wants a Kinder Surprise. I want a Kinder Surprise. And I'm like, that's what
they
it
don't
is.
probably want to do it themselves.
That's what it is.
So how you meant to know?
Exactly.
So I'll put it down to the parents.
No, I agree with you.
Teach their children, you know, be connected within yourself, know who you are. Or else you're just going to get brainwashed, you're going to be a puppet.
And I think it's a balance. So if you are going to allow your child to use, you know, my nephew's in that. My nephew is hooked on this iPad thing. And, you know, I come across as the bad auntie because whenever I see him on the iPad, I always say, how long have you been on it? Oh, I've been on it for, well then now you need to go and find a reading book. Do you have a reading book? No. Okay, well I'm going to go buy you some workbooks. So at Nanny's house there's work. You're not just going to sit on this all day and watch whatever you want to. And I think because parents have so much to do, it's just the easiest option.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
No, it is an excuse, but it's not an excuse if you get what I mean. They use it as an excuse, but it's not a good enough excuse really, because there are active things and other things that you can actually put in place for your child to be doing.
Exactly.
So
that is true. Because if you take the devices away, like sometimes now if you try and take the device from some children, either they'll just flip and go crazy, or they just walk around like a zombie, like they don't know what to do with themselves because they don't have this device. They're just lost, like they're just wandering around like, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. Like,
to the point where you're thinking, what
happened to your imagination?
Exactly, that's what we're lacking.
Imagination.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was a kid, I used to make my own games, like I make my own fun, and I was bossy. I'd get all my sisters, my cousins, everyone come play this game.
Now
come and play this game because I've spent all day organising it. And then you get them in, and then you'd all play.
It's true, things like mud pies outside in the mud with leaves and berries.
Even Kirby.
They don't do
I love Kirby. I love Kirby.
No. Stuck in the mud, all these kind of active games. I think that the internet literally has come along and it's just created a whole load of problems, as well as, you know, helping the world, whatever it's doing. You know, it's creating a lot of, it's making them inactive. They don't, you know, they don't really want to do anything. My two-year-old nephew flips out over the laptop, and seriously, we have talks where I say to him, look at me. Like, calm down. It's a laptop. You're not having it. If that's how you feel, you're going to go on and get it. It's not going to... Papa flips his head.
Crazy. You ever seen a kid when they're using a device and they're assuming it's touchscreen like a laptop, and they'll just be there like trying to swipe screen everything they see, just trying to swipe?
Yeah.
It's really deeply
My
ingrained in them now.
He picked up my phone, type. I was thinking, hold on, how do you know how to do it in the first place?
Yeah.
So I open my phone, I'm like, let me just see what he actually does. He goes, presses on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you finding this?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's crazy, man. It's ridiculously crazy.
Yeah, and then they're just switching from video to video. So the other day, my brother gave my nephew the thing. He said, you've got 10 minutes, watch at ABC, you know. And he's watching it, ABC, T2s. He's like, no, watch the whole video. It's like the attention span.
They're very short
like the
attention
attention span just... It's like, no, you need to watch the whole 15-minute video or you're not watching anything at all.
Do you feel like that's starting to affect us as adults, the attention span? Because sometimes I find myself clicking on a video. If it doesn't get to the point quick enough, I'll just skip. And if it's still not got to the point, I'll just watch something else because you don't have any patience anymore.
Yeah, it's reaffirming that I want it now kind of mentality, and I feel like that's the generation that they're growing up in. It's like everything's like now. I want money now, I want a car now, I want everything I want now. I don't want to work for it.
No, seriously, you're totally correct.
So that's what I think. That's exactly what the internet has been put here to kind of
distract everyone.
Yeah, and encourage. It's kind of an encouraging thing, like, okay, just fast, because we live in a fast world. Now it's getting to the point where,
they're all grown. I'm looking at 14-year-olds, I'm looking at 30-year-olds.
Yeah, because they're all contouring and
and eyelashes and, you know what I mean? And this is the norm because this is what you see on the internet. You know, all these guys want to be rappers because, you know, you've got Lotto boys and you've got people that have come from your own area and they're all over the internet. So it's just, yeah, I think...
It's sad because people are killing themselves over these kind of things.
But I don't think that's what... They don't understand the mental health that they actually...
Definitely.
Yeah. So that was...